When we first moved into our house, about a third of the basement was unfinished. It was an L shape and contained the furnace and water heater and an exterior door. Half of the space was covered in a laminate wood and the rest was cement. Half was used for a recreational area with a pool table, and the other half was used for storage. All of it was ugly. I'd been dreaming of a writing office for a long time, and this was just the spot, but it had a long way to go. Thanks to the hard work of my parents and my husband, I now have a beautiful office. I detailed the progress and process in a 4-part blog series, which I'll put in the links for you below. But for now, I'd like to welcome you to my Word Nerd writing office. But wait, before I show you what a pretty office looks like, let me show you what a lived-in office looks like. Here are all my books left over from holiday sales, but hey, at least they're not in my garage, and those are the bags and the decor that I use for the sales. And a messy desk piled with books, and my blanket to keep me warm, and all of the other things I use every single day. Hanging out. There's my college bag waiting to go back to campus. It's a mess. And now, the big reveal. All right, here we go. Welcome to a Word Nerd's office. Space didn't always look this pretty, but after we moved in for a couple years, this is the space I dreamed, and my family helped make it come true. So, probably the most notable feature is this floor-to-ceiling, almost ceiling, bookshelf, in which I've arranged it by rainbow color order, because why not? On the bottom there you see 30 years of National Geographic magazines. A friend of mine, her parents were downsizing and wanted to get rid of them, and so I bought all 30 years for $30, and now I have that piece of history for idea inspiration or research or whatever my little heart desires down there. I've also got a lovely fake tree and lights, which give it great ambiance. Another one of my favorite parts of my office are these chairs. They are gorgeous. They look a little less gorgeous now that we've had at-home schooling and my children have used them. There's several pencil eraser bits and marks on there, but oh well, they still look great from a distance. I got them from TJ Maxx. Adorned on there are some pillows, one made by my mother, another one given to me by a friend. You can see book titles on there, Goodnight Moon, and my mom even put one of my book titles on there, the Orphan Train Rider series. And then my friend gave me this pillow I read past my bedtime. Truly, this room is like a work of art by so many people. My dad built these bookshelves, and he also built these side tables so they can either sit to the side, or if I'm having a meeting and want to sit down, people can sit and work at these tables. Another one of my favorite elements of the room is this trunk. My mom bought it actually from a convent that was having a big rummage sale. They needed to clear out the convent, and she bought this. A nun literally brought her whole life to the convent in this box. And then once the nuns got there, they didn't leave. They didn't have a need for the trunks anymore. There was literally a room at the St. Rose Convent in La Crosse, Wisconsin called the trunk room, where they would put all the trunks, and eventually the trunk room filled up and they decided they need to sell them. So she got me this beauty for I think $25, which is crazy. Right now it holds copies of my books that I have yet to sell, so it's lovely and functional. On top is a typewriter that my husband bought me from a Duluth antique shop for one of our wedding anniversaries. It doesn't work, I don't use it, but I think it looks cool, and like bonus, the blue keys like match the paint of this wall over here, so bonus. The tray that the typewriter sits on is also a TJ Maxx purchase, so yay for that. On the wall over here, I have a piece of art that's framed. It's a poem written by fellow Wisconsin writer Nicholas Butler, and I had it framed. And it looks lovely in here. I created this piece of art. I took an old window frame and took pages from children's books and put them in there. Over here we have a wide collection of word nerdy things that just make me happy and inspire me. Up top there you can see the picture that was painted by local artist Rachel Wunsch for one of my book covers that's framed, some Peter Reynolds work, my initials, my sons, pictures of them, a puzzle, which I haven't done because I'm not good at puzzles, but I liked it. It's not all that pretty, but it keeps me warm in the Wisconsin winter, so there's my little electric fireplace. I do have a window. The door needs replaced at some point, but it's functional. Here's more of my mom's art and talent in the form of quilting. This beautiful bookshelf quilt. On my desk, I have a printer. A working printer is always important. More pictures of my kids. I bought this desk, this little, I guess, computer standard when we decided to stay home because of the pandemic, because my back was hurting, and by raising my computer up, it helped. Speaking of computer, that's a Microsoft Surface Book, and I love it. My chair, got from Amazon. It's white and cushy. It's comfortable. A planner, a paper planner, even though we're in the 21st century, I still can't live without it. Millions and millions of office supplies and pens. This piece was the companion desk, companion part to the desk that I ordered. I also use different baskets. You know, this is for recycling. So baskets can be really helpful. The other super helpful functional teacher tip that I've applied in my office is this is a dish rack, right, where you put dirty dishes, but I use it as like a file sorter. So there's a cheap organizational tip for you. This holds a bunch of pens that I carry around from Barnes & Noble, my new backpack I got for Christmas. Another distinguishing feature of this room is this amazing rug that was actually gifted to me by my friend Colleen. You might recognize it from some of my social media and Instagram posts. It's just so pretty and I love it. Also over here, you know, some athletes have racks like this to display all their medals won. Well, this is my nerdy version of that. These are all of the lanyards that I've kept from speaking engagements. I have a bunch from Untitled Town and Author Quest and WSRA conferences and, you know, just different things where I've been able to be a presenter or maybe somewhere I've attended, like a highlights workshop. Each one is like a little, I guess, like I said, a medal of achievement, something that I'm proud that I've done, and also a great source of memories. So many great things tied up into those events. And so it isn't always this clean and lovely, but it is my space, and it's amazing. And I am so pleased with the way that it all came out. And by having it, I can do work from home in this pandemic world that we hopefully don't have to live in very longer. But if you are struggling to find productivity or peace at home in your space, I would highly, highly, highly recommend setting up a space for yourself that works well, that feels inspiring and comfortable, and filled with things that make you happy. And as for the other half of that room, we let the boys have it.